What is going on, guys? Jack here, and today I'm going to show you how to install face packs in Football Manager nice and simply. Let's do this. So to start things off, what is a face pack? Oh well, it's going to shock you this. It's a pack of faces, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, by default in Football Manager there is a limited number of faces, logos, and licensed graphics in the game. And what face packs allow you to do is to fill in the blanks. So rather than having the black silhouetted faces you might have seen in game, you can have the actual photos. These do come in a few different styles. You've got the traditional cutout player faces mega pack, which is the one I use. You have stuff like this picture of Messi in context with the name below. And you also have stuff like the DF11 face pack, which kind of reminds me of a sticker album. It is worth noting that with certain player faces, kind of face packs, you may be required to use a special skin in order to facilitate the size of the faces, because they may be slightly larger or smaller. So do bear that in mind. As I said, for me personally, I use the cutout player faces mega pack. I've never had any problems with it. It's been the face pack I've used for half a decade, and it works with just about any skin, which is quite a nice little bonus. Now, just as a little heads up, this is not a small file that you're about to download. In fact, it's 17.5 gigabytes. It's 279,000 faces. That's a lot of faces. So this is the kind of thing that you might need to leave working on your laptop overnight. And it is not, the most friendly thing, shall we say, for people on not the best internet. But it is worth it if you're able to make use of it. Another nice benefit of this pack is the fact that periodically new updates are put out for it, and you don't have to download the whole thing again. Instead, you can just download the latest little updates in little chunks. It's quite nice if after a few months of Football Manager, once a few of the new 16-year-olds who have appeared into the game have faces, you can nice and simply add them to the game just by downloading the parts that you want. Now here's the tricky bit. You've got really 3 different ways you can download this pack. The first is to download all the different chunks. No one wants to do that, do they? So there is realistically 2 solutions. The first is that you can sign up to sort it out SI. You pay a little premium bonus and it allows you to download directly from them. It's nice and simple. If you appreciate the work that they do, it's a nice way to help one of the fan sites in the community. However, there is another way, and it's a little tucked away, and it's this download torrent option. Now, I know when people hear the word torrents, they get scared because you think of illegal downloads and LimeWire back in 2004 and getting the wrong song that was mislabeled. But torrenting is simply a way of sharing files, and torrents basically allow you to download face packs, in this case, from different people who already have it installed. So the way to do a torrent download is firstly to click the download torrent button here. This will create a little torrent folder for us down in the bottom left, and then you're going to need to have a torrent client installed. Now, the torrents have changed a little bit in more recent years, and uTorrent now have a web torrent that you may want to consider using. It's nice and simple to use, and once you've got it installed in the web, it will look something like this in your browser. And as I said, you just download here, run it, install. I don't need to install it again, but download it, run it, install it. Nice and simple. There are other torrent client options out there, but this I think is the best one for beginners. That's nice and simple. Just when you're installing it, step by step, read what you're installing. Don't just hit accept on anything. There might be some that you need to hit decline on. Just make sure you read through each step of the installation. Once you've got it, it will look like this. What you're then going to do is click on the download torrent button that we've already done, and then with this file here, we're going to click open on it, and it's going to open up here, as you can see in the adding torrent button. And here we can see how many people are sharing the file and how many people are currently downloading it. So as you can see here, it's 19 gigabytes. It's just going to download to my downloads folder. If I hit add here, the download begins. Yes, it's nice and simple. It will take probably a few hours to get done, but it will get done nevertheless. And once it's all downloaded, you will have a lovely RAR file in your downloads folder. So once you've downloaded the face pack of your choice, you are going to have a RAR or zip file. These are files which are essentially folders all bundled together, and we are going to need to have some kind of unarchiving software for them, be that 7-zip or WinRAR. which is my program of choice, shall we say. I have already done a guide on WinRAR many years ago now, so if you're unfamiliar with what it is and how it works, I'm going to link that down below. That will explain how to download and install it, and hopefully, once you've got it downloaded and installed, you'll see something like this. So I have copied over the RAR file, and we are in our graphics folder within our Football Manager install. Now, this location will vary slightly if you're on Mac. On Windows, it is in your users folder, so users, Jack, that is my name, Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2021. Down in the description of this video, I will have written out instructions for installing facepacks that breaks it down nice and simply. And once you're in this folder, be that on Mac or Windows, it will look the same in terms of the contents. You're going to want to go to graphics. If you don't already have a graphics folder, just make one. Within this folder, you'll see stuff like games, if you have any save games, skins, views, etc. So within skins here, you can see, or sorry, within graphics here, in fact, I've already got the kind of mega pack that I'm going to just show for the example of this video in here. This is moved from my downloads folder. And if we just right click on it, because we have WinRAR installed, we can go to extract to sort it out SI, cut out mega pack changes. And now we let it do its thing. Now, if you're on a old PC or you have the full 17GB pack, this is going to take a while. It is basically extracting each individual image, which when there's over 200,000 of them, can take a little while. For this example, I've just got one of the shorter little hot fixes. So once we've extracted it, we now have a folder. Within this folder, we can see here we have faces and icon faces. So you'll have a whole range of faces like this. That's Sidibe, right? It's like Guess Who, but with real footballers. Felipe Luis, he's lurking there as well. This pack is a few years old, so their faces may be a little out of date. But anyway, once you've got the folder extracted, you will have a folder within graphics that has all the faces in like so. Obviously, as I've already mentioned, if you're doing this for the first time or you've got the full pack or indeed just a large face pack of any kind, it might take a few hours. I do want to just warn you of that now, but I think it is worth the wait. And well, once you've got a folder with all the players' faces in it and it's in your graphics kind of location on your PC, you're done in terms of outside the game. So the next step is to hop into FM21, which is where I'll join you guys in just a second. Okay, so here we are in Football Manager 2021, but you may notice an issue, and you will notice this issue if you don't do this next step. The faces may not appear in the game. We have Sidibe here, who is definitely in the pack we've just downloaded. He has the dreaded black silhouette face, so we need to solve this. And you might wonder, how do we solve this? Well, we go to Preferences. And then once you're in Preferences, you're going to go to the bottom left where there's this little drop down, and then click on Clear Cache, the second from bottom option. You may get a little pop-up, just hit yes on that. And then hit Reload Skin in the bottom right of Preferences. This will then start a little loading process, and essentially what we are doing here is, well, refreshing the game's memory in order to see if Sidibe's face now appears. This is an important step. It is found, as you can see there, under FM and Preferences. And well, if we search Sidibe now, as if by magic, he's now got a face from the face pack we just installed. So that's that. Of course, we also had Felipe Luis, who we can take a look at. And, oh, this is the wrong Felipe, Jack. As you can see here, once I find the correct Felipe Luis, he's got a face, ladies and gentlemen, and it is that face from the face pack. It's like a magic trick. It is the one that you saw earlier. It is your card. And, well, that is how to install a face pack. Nice and simply. I hope this was useful. And that is how to install a face pack in Football Manager. Not so difficult now, was it? Of course, you can find the written instructions down in the description. If you are struggling along, go through those, break it down step by step. If you follow this all through correctly, you will have no problems whatsoever. Just make sure that you cover each bit mentioned in this video, and I promise you it works. If you have found this video useful, do drop a like on it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support on the FM21 content so far. I hope to see you guys again very soon. And well, until next time, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.